notes, girls. If you do it right the first time, you don't have to come back.
Welcome to MsMojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the most notable Drag Race queens whose presence we'll likely never be seeing again on the famed main stage. For this list, we're focusing only on the American franchise.
She's like, we need you back in. We need you. Like, we're sorry.
Number 10, Katya. If fan love were enough, this kooky queen would be on every single season. Katya won hearts in both season 7 and the iconic second season of All Stars. But she's since been very vocal about the body horror of even considering a return to Drag Race.
Katerina Petrovna Zamolodchikova, but your dad just calls me Katya. I'm scared with the long blonde hair, always keep him coming back for more.
On her podcast with co-host Trixie Mattel, they have both stated multiple times that they wouldn't shantae back into the workroom for any amount of money.
When I had to lip sync that first time, I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep the whole night because I was so twisted up with anxiety. And so I was like overtired, feeling crazy, and I felt like what was transpiring the next day was an actual nightmare in our real life.
That doesn't mean Katya is completely done with the show, though. She has returned for brief cameos on Drag Race UK and All Stars 8. Still, it's very unlikely we'll see her competing again anytime soon.
Are you joining the competition?
Yes, I'm the 5th contestant.
Shut up!
We knew there was gonna be a top 5.
We knew that.
Well, with this dog show, you need a little bit of glamour.
Number 9, Tamisha Iman. This veteran queen made a big splash on season 13. After having to postpone her appearance due to a cancer diagnosis the previous year, she finally entered the competition in 2021 and delivered the drama.
Let's not change what I said. I said what I said.
I never, ever heard any of you bitches in this competition tell that to me to my face. Now,
She exited the show with lots of good press and fan support, but all of that soon changed. Internet users alleged Tamisha Iman's merch store wasn't fulfilling their orders.
Everybody has told their story about certain things that have happened, but I've yet to tell mine.
In response to the criticism on social media, Tamisha accused the show of rigging the outcome through deceptive editing.
And one of you girls thinking that you can beat Tamisha in an actual lip sync that hasn't been edited or made to look how they want it to look.
While some queens have stirred controversy before being asked back on All Stars, allegations that could damage the show's reputation probably wouldn't be taken lightly.
I'm gonna make this show so controversial with the people that have felt that they have been done wrong. I'm going to invite Tyra. I'm going to invite the Vixen. I'm going to invite any black authentic girl who felt that they did not get their just due on the show.
Number 8, Max. With her editorial style, gray hair, and transatlantic accent, this season 7 contestant seemed poised to make it all the way. However, after winning 2 challenges, she bombed Snatch Game and was sent home in an utterly shocking exit. Max's departure was quite controversial. During critiques, she experienced a wardrobe malfunction and began singing out of nowhere, which made her look delusional.
Max, are you okay?
So I can't quite recall overnight sensation. I took advantage of the moment.
But she has since been vocal about how the editors manipulated the moment, explaining that RuPaul actually asked her to sing.
They definitely took advantage of the moment, as I took advantage of the moment, and they used my sitting down for a little bit of production.
This was somewhat corroborated by the official Drag Race Twitter account. In a now-deleted 2018 tweet, Max mentioned that even if she were invited to All Stars, she wouldn't return due to her distrust of the production crew.
And gave me a very stern talking to about how I was not supposed to mention production details from previous episodes with people.
Number 7, Bianca Del Rio. Few queens who have graduated from RuPaul's Drag School for Girls have had quite the crossover success of Bianca Del Rio. After winning season 6, she was already seasoned enough to host her own shows.
It's just instinctive, and I call it my little Rolodex of hate. So when you're faced with the situation, you just roll through and you go, what do I have? What do I have?
She took her self-proclaimed Rolodex of hate on a global tour, performing to sold-out crowds. Since her winning season, she's only returned to Drag Race for guest appearances. Even when the show brought back a slew of previous champions to compete again, Del Rio was noticeably absent.
You don't shit where you eat. So I had a great run. I came out unscathed. So It's one of those things. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and they've been lovely. And
When asked by Attitude magazine about the possibility of returning in the future, she gave a very firm no.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Never ever.
No, I'm not interested in doing it.
Number 6, Courtney Act. She's easily one of the sweetest queens to ever grace the main stage. Who could hate Courtney Act?
If you need any help by any means, I'm just trying to offer a hand because I would like to see you do even better.
No, and I appreciate you offering me help, but I can't help but take it as patronizing, almost.
Well, I mean, I guess it is a little bit.
Well, when controversy erupted over one of the show's longtime catchphrases, Courtney voiced her opinion on Twitter and caught a block from RuPaul herself.
RuPaul blocked me on Twitter, but that's not the bit.
She has since called the host a little bit of a hypocrite, but we imagine she did so in the classiest way possible. It's not like Drag Race is Courtney's only chance to get on TV anyway. Since her time on the show, she's appeared on several other reality programs. She even won the UK edition of Celebrity Big Brother in 2018. Number 5, King Tyra, formerly known as Tyra Sanchez. King Tyra, or James Ross, who has repeatedly tried to distance himself from his former drag persona Tyra Sanchez, won the second season of RuPaul's Drag Race amid some controversy.
But why are you talking?
Why are you talking?
Anyways,
thank you.
Due to his confrontational nature on the show, many fans were not all that pleased with his eventual win. Subsequent incidents, including an alleged threat against the show's annual DragCon event, have firmly landed Ross in the growing list of unlikely returnees.
When I watched it, I realized that at that time I was all of those things that they were calling me. All I can do is apologize.
On the YouTube show Exposed, Ross compared being asked to go back on Drag Race to telling him to return to an exploitative relationship.
If you met Tina Turner, would you ever ask her, will you please get back with Ike?
So it's fair to say the chances of seeing King Tyra on All Winners 2 are almost zero.
I'll go on Drag Race if I can compete against RuPaul herself.
Number 4, The Vixen. Season 10 saw some very real discussions about the treatment of Black contestants on Drag Race, mostly brought to the fore by the Vixen.
You say something, I say something, you start crying. You have created a narrative of I am an angry Black woman who is scared off the little white girl.
The Chicago Queen wasn't afraid to go toe-to-toe with anyone.
Who did you clash with the most?
Eureka and Aquaria. Honestly.
So the ones that like to
talk,
because you like to talk.
That included RuPaul herself. At the reunion, the Vixen decided to walk off the stage rather than hear any more of her experiences being invalidated by the host or her castmates. As soon as her season ended, the Vixen was already putting the kibosh on an eventual All-Stars return.
Is All-Stars 4 in your future?
No, not at all. It was a very good experience. It was on my bucket list, and I'm done.
Even if the show came calling, and that's a big if, it's pretty safe to say she would leave them on red. Number 3, Pearl. During her time on Season 7, Pearl was frequently told by the judges that she lacked a personality.
I don't know, I feel like there's plenty of girls here that are sort of taking their time coming out of their shell, but I feel picked on almost.
All right, thanks, Pearl.
The statement was so overused that it became a tiring joke at the end.
Well, you kind of told me I had no personality. I mean, that doesn't make me feel good or give me confidence.
Well, I'm hoping it will light a fire under your ass.
By her own admission, Pearl held back some unsavory and traumatic experiences from her past, and the show's persistent probing into those experiences left her feeling uneasy. It certainly didn't help that she later gave an interview in which she made some comments about the producers and RuPaul herself that escalated into a full-blown scandal.
Nothing you say matters unless that camera is rolling. And that broke my spirit.
Since her time on Drag Race, Pearl has largely stepped away from drag, preferring a more private and less demanding lifestyle than some of her former castmates.
I wouldn't vie to be on Drag Race again, but I mean, it was an amazing experience, and I do feel like I've grown exponentially since the show.
Number 2, Willam. Arguably the original Drag Race wild child, Willam's disqualification in the 8th episode of Season 4 was initially shrouded in mystery.
It has come to my attention that you have broken the rules. Rules that are in place
to protect the fairness of this competition.
No explanation for the incident was given until the reunion. But even that was only half the story.
You were receiving conjugal visit from your husband, and unfortunately, that was a violation of the rules.
Visiting makes it sound like we were visiting and there wasn't no talking.
Willam has since gone on record to say that she made herself a problem for the production team by questioning their mistreatment of the contestants.
Here's the thing, they knew everything that I did because as I was breaking the rules, I was telling them, trying to get kicked off. We gave them money to get us stuff at stores. They didn't. They weren't feeding us right.
Her beef goes all the way to the top, though, with Willam recounting several heated exchanges with RuPaul over the years. Whether you think she's a whistleblower or simply a hater, the feud between Willam and the show remains strong and is unlikely to be resolved anytime soon.
That's what they came up with to make sure everybody, looks good. I wasn't trying to make them look bad, so I was like, I'll go with the story, XYZ. I knew that All Stars was coming. I wanted to play along to get on that.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Sherry Pie. Well, this one had to be obvious. The infamous Sherry Pie was disqualified before her original season even ended due to allegations of catfishing and sexual misconduct.
I've admit to my wrongdoings and my just beyond wrongdoings, just horrible behavior.
Throughout the season, Sherry proved to be a fierce competitor, even making it to the finale. But she was largely edited out of the final product.
Sherry was going to win our season.
Of all the reasons a queen might never return to the show, hers is by far the most egregious. Although she tried to save face in the media, Sherry was disowned by most of her castmates and has mostly disappeared from the mainstream. She may remain somewhat active on social media, but one thing is for sure. She'll never be invited back to Drag Race.
Because had you not been on the show, maybe these stories would have been kept in a vault of the hearts of the people impacted.
Which unlikely Drag Race returnees would you like to see make a comeback to the show? Tell us in the comments.
I regret that maybe I should win next time.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.